Dear student friends, hello. This is Dr. Pradeep Devhate, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Sri RLT College of Science, Akola. This is the another lecture on conformational or rotational isomerism, which is more specifically relates to conformational analysis of N-butane. N-butane belongs to a cyclic system, and here I am going to discuss on its conformational analysis. As I explained in my previous lecture, conformational analysis is the study of existence, relative stability, and stabilization energy of conformations. Now the question is, what are the conformations of N-butane? Stereoisomers of N-butane, which have different spatial arrangement of hydrogen atoms and CH3 groups, that is methyl groups, about carbon-carbon single bond, and can be obtained by rotation of half of the molecule about that carbon-carbon single bond, are called as conformations of N-butane. Stereoisomers of N-butane, which have different spatial arrangement of hydrogen atoms and CH3 groups about carbon-carbon single bond, and can be obtained by rotation of half of the molecule about that carbon-carbon single bond, are called as conformations of N-butane. Different conformations of N-butane are shown here on this slide. First one is fully eclipse conformation with dihedral angle 0 degree. Here CH3 groups are close to each other. Second one is of skew conformation having dihedral angle other than 0, 60, 120, 180, 240 or 300 degree. By rotating the half molecule, so many skew conformations are obtained, and out of that only one is shown here. This second conformation is the skew conformation. Third is Gauche conformation, which is a type of staggered conformation. Here in case of Gauche conformation, dihedral angle theta is 60 degree. In this conformation, CH3 groups are present at adjacent position. Fourth conformation is eclipse conformation with dihedral angle 120 degree. This fourth conformation is different from the first. In first, CH3 groups are very close to each other, whereas in fourth, they are away from each other. First is fully eclipse conformation, whereas fourth is eclipse conformation. Fifth conformation is anti-conformation, which is a second type of staggered conformation. Here dihedral angle theta is 180 degree. In this conformation, CH3 groups are present at opposite side, or we can say at transposition. Conformation number 6, it is again eclipse conformation having dihedral angle 240 degree. It is just similar to that conformation number 4. Now the conformation number 7. It is similar to Gauche, or we can say it is again a Gauche conformation with dihedral angle 300 degree. It is similar to conformation number 3. The last conformation, that is eighth conformation, is again the fully eclipse conformation, which is similar to first one. And here the dihedral angle is either 0 degree or 360 degree. Thus, by rotating half of the N-butane molecule about carbon-carbon single bond by 0 degree, 60, 120, 180, 240 or 300 degree, different stereoisomers are obtained, which are fully eclipse, Gauche or anti-conformations of N-butane. When we rotate the molecule by any angle other than 0, 60, 120, 180, 240 or 300 degree, then the stereoisomers obtained are skew conformations of N-butane. Eclipse conformations. In eclipse conformations, bonds of back carbon atom lie exactly behind the bonds of front carbon atom. Eclipse conformations. In eclipse conformations, bonds of back carbon atom lie exactly behind the bonds of front carbon atom. It means bonds of back and front carbon atoms are seen closer to each other. These conformations have dihedral angle 0, 120 or 250 degree or 240 degree. Conformations 1, 4, 6 and 8 are eclipse conformations. Now here we have to keep in mind the eclipse conformation in which identical groups, that is CH3 of back and front carbon atoms, are close to each other, are specially called as fully eclipse conformations. Out of 1, 4, 6 and 8, conformation number 1 and 8 are fully eclipse conformations. These are having the dihedral angle 0 or 360 degree. Conformations 4 and 6 are eclipse conformations, whereas conformations 1 and 8 are fully eclipse conformations. Keep in mind, conformation number 4 and 6 are eclipse conformations, whereas 1 and 8 are fully eclipse conformations. Now, the staggered conformations. In staggered conformations, bonds of back carbon atom lie exactly between the bonds of front carbon atom. Bonds of back carbon atom lie exactly between the bonds of front carbon atom. Bonds of back and front carbon atoms are far apart from each other in staggered conformation. These conformations have dihedral angle 60, 180 or 300 degree. Conformations number 3, 5 and 7 are the staggered conformations. The staggered conformations in which identical groups, that is CH3 of back and front carbon atoms, are adjacent in position are specially called as Gauche conformations. The staggered conformations in which identical groups, that is CH3 of back and front carbon atoms, are adjacent in position are specially called as Gauche conformations. Out of conformation number 3, 5 and 7, conformations 3 and 7 are Gauche conformations. Conformations 3 and 7 are Cauchy conformations with dihedral angle 60 and 300 degree. The staggered conformation, in which identical groups, that is CH3 of back and front carbon atoms, are far apart from each other, that is at trans or opposite position, are specially called as anti-conformations. Anti-conformations, the staggered conformations in which identical groups, that is CH3 of back and front carbon atoms, are far apart, that is at trans or opposite position, are specially called as anti-conformations. Out of conformation 3, 5 and 7, conformation number 5 is anti-conformation. Here the dihedral angle theta of anti-conformation of N-butane is 180 degree. If we observe keenly, two Cauchy conformations are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Next to this is the skew conformation. Skew conformation is an any intermediate conformation lying between eclipse and staggered conformations. It is an any intermediate conformation lying between eclipse and staggered conformations. Skew conformations have dihedral angle theta, which is having the value other than 0, 60, 120 degree, 180, 240 or 300 degree. Conformation number 2 shown here is one of the skew conformations. Conformation number 2 is one of the skew conformation, and dihedral angle theta of the skew conformation is other than 0, 60, 120, 180, 240 or 300 degree. The study of existence, relative stability and stabilization energy of all these conformations, that is fully eclipse, eclipse, Cauchy, anti and the skew conformations, is the conformational analysis of N-butane. The study of existence of relative stability and stabilization energy of all these conformations of N-butane is the conformational analysis. See the potential energy curve given here. Energy changes during rotation of half of the N-butane molecule about carbon-carbon single bond are shown in this curve. Here x-axis represents the angle of rotation, while y-axis represents the potential energy. Potential energy curve shows that eclipse and fully eclipse conformations have different potential energy, and so they have different stability. Eclipsed and fully eclipsed conformations have different potential energy, so they have different stability. Eclipse conformations are more stable than fully eclipsed conformations. Staggered conformations have different potential energy, so they have different stability. Staggered conformations have different potential energy, so they have different stability. Anti-conformation is more stable than the Gauche conformation. Here, staggered conformations have different potential energy. It means Gauche and the anti have different potential energy, so they have different stability. Now here, anti-conformation is always more stable than the Gauche conformation. The conformations with minimum, or we can say least potential energy, are specially called as conformers. See the cause. Anti-conformation has least potential energy. So, for N-butane, anti-conformation is conformer. Anti-conformation has least, that is minimum potential energy, and hence for N-butane, anti-conformation is the conformer, because the conformation with minimum potential energy or the least potential energy are called as the conformer. Now about the staggered conformations. Staggered conformations have less eclipsing or torsional strain due to bond-bond interaction, because here in staggered conformation bonds of back and front carbon are far apart from each other. Secondly, staggered conformations have less van der Waals steric strain, that is repulsion between non-bonded hydrogen atoms and CH3 groups. Here hydrogen atoms or CH3 groups are far apart from each other, so repulsion is very much less, and hence van der Waals steric strain is also the less. Staggered conformations have less van der Waals steric strain. Lastly, staggered conformations have less potential energy than the eclipse conformations. And hence we can say staggered conformations of N-butane are more stable than the eclipse conformations. Staggered conformations have less eclipsing or torsional strain. They have less van der Waals steric strain, and they have less potential energy, and that's why staggered conformations of N-butane are more stable than eclipse conformation. Now concentrate on anti-conformation. Anti-conformation has least eclipsing or torsional strain. It has least van der Waals steric strain, that is repulsion between non-bonded hydrogen and CH3 groups. See the anti-conformation, that is conformation number 5. Here CH3 groups are at transposition, or we can say at opposite position, and hence steric strain, that is repulsion between two CH3 groups, is negligible. As the CH3 groups are at transposition, here the steric strain, or we can say the repulsion between two CH3 groups, is negligible. Anti-conformation has again least potential energy. I am repeating, anti-conformation has least eclipsing or torsional strain. It has least van der Waals steric strain, and also it has least potential energy. Because of all these factors, anti-conformation of N-butane is most stable and most preferred conformation. At equilibrium, most of the N-butane molecules exist in anti-conformation. percentage of anti-conformation is always maximum. Now about the fully eclipsed conformation. In fully eclipsed conformation, there is highest eclipsing or torsional strain between the bonds because here bonds are very much closer to each other. Secondly, here highest van der Waals steric strain because CH3 groups are very much close to each other, and again it have highest potential energy. Fully eclipsed conformation has highest eclipsing or torsional strain, highest van der Waals steric strain, and highest potential energy. And hence, fully eclipsed conformations of N-butane are least stable conformations, whereas remaining eclipsed conformations are slightly stable. Fully eclipsed conformations are least stable, whereas remaining eclipse conformations are slightly stable. Energy difference between fully eclipsed and anti-conformation of N-butane is very less. See the curve, that is potential energy curve. This energy difference between fully eclipsed and anti-conformation of N-butane is of about 4.6 to 5.6 kilocalorie per mole, and this energy difference is easily overcome by the kinetic energy of these conformations. And as it is easily overcome, these conformations cannot be isolated from each other. These are non-isolable conformations of each other. Here we can say it is not possible to isolate these conformations. It is not possible to separate all of these conformations, that is fully eclipse, eclipse, Gauche, anti or the skew conformation. In here, increasing order of relative stabilities of conformations of N-butane is given. First, fully eclipse conformation, which is least stable. Then eclipse conformation, less stable. Then skew conformation, which is stable. Next, Gauche conformation, more stable. And finally, anti-conformation, most stable. First fully eclipse, then eclipse. Next to this is the skew. Next one is Gauche, and finally the anti-conformation. Anti-conformation is the most stable conformation, whereas fully eclipse conformation is the least stable conformation. In anti-conformation, van der Waals steric strain as well as eclipsing or torsional strain is very much less. Potential energy is again less, and that's why it is the most stable conformation. Whereas in fully eclipsed conformation, van der Waals steric strain as well as eclipsing strain or torsional strain is very much high. Here the potential energy of this fully eclipsed conformation is again high, and that's why it is least stable. Fully eclipsed conformation, least stable. Next to this is the eclipse conformation, then skew conformation, then Gauche conformation, and finally the most stable conformation, that is the anti-conformation. Dear students, it's all about the conformational analysis of N-butane. Please do concentrate on your studies. Have a good day. Thank you.